A man or woman who has no self-discipline is guaranteed to fail. Discipline is when you police yourself because there's something that you want to achieve that is more important than the other temptations. Self-discipline is the highest order of living because discipline protects vision. Discipline creates character. It doesn't matter how big your vision is, it will die in the absence of character, because character comes from vision when discipline is in action.
It's funny that it's a Miles Monroe quote, because I remember telling somebody, man, Miles Monroe said this one time. It was about lines. It was this great thing. And this pastor that was really turned out to be like not a good guy really cut me down in front of this whole group about how Miles Monroe wasn't even a Christian. He believed in this other thing. I don't know. I still don't know. And there's so much I don't understand. But I was just like, man, I just thought it was cool. He was talking about lions and elephants and, you know. But what he's saying, so that's a dangerous statement. Like, does discipline build character? For sure. Will a lack of character kill vision? Absolutely. But man, there's some tall orders in that. There's some tall orders. I'm so grateful that it says confess your sins and he will cleanse you of all unrighteousness. I'm so grateful that it says once you've persevered, but if you persevere, then you reach full maturity. Like it doesn't say make holy. It doesn't say self-control. It doesn't say, it just says hang on, you know. I think I have some discipline in my life. You know, I get up, I go to the gym every day. I read my word. I have some disciplines. I found out that certain disciplines too strict are works based, and I realized that I can begin to talk about how quality of my character and get prideful in everything that God's done that I had nothing to do with. Right? Self-control is a fruit of the Spirit, and I can't get too far away from remembering that. Man, discipline, self-control, like all those are great things. But without intimacy with Christ, desiring intimacy with Christ, valuing the intimate relationship with my wife, valuing my friendships that I have, lets me fight a lot harder than just being disciplined. My caring that I've given some secret place within me to my wife protects me from adultery a lot better than me saying I'm just have good self-control. So I think that it's beautiful. I think it's encouraging. I think Miles Monroe's awesome. I love his stuff, especially the lions and the elephant stuff that I can't remember. But I think, man, we got to teach intimacy, reverence. Right? There's got to be reverence. There's got to be God is God, man. You can't get away from that. But if you take away from the fact that he loves us so much, he became a fetus and then was born and then was a kid. And then all of it, knowing from the first moment that he was headed to death and crucifixion, like, and then just take a step back, take a deep breath and understand that it's because he wants intimacy with me. He wants to draw me into this personal relationship. And the scriptures, so many scriptures about me messing up and doing this and doing this. And it's like, okay, hold on. He knows all this. That's why he did that. He knows my character's gonna be flawed. That's why he did this. It's his vision, not mine, to protect. And so I just think that like you got to be balanced in it, right? And absolutely have good character. Absolutely be disciplined. But I think to know him, right? Write down a worship song. I don't know why, but that one that says to worship you I live just came into my mind. Like, and even if you don't know anything, just write that down. To worship you I live, and then get all alone in your bathroom. Get on the bathroom floor. If that's the only place you have to be alone, and just start saying, singing. If you can't sing, if you can't rhythm, if you just say it, to worship you I live, to worship you I live, to worship you I live. So, and then begin to desire with everything and encountering him. And then he's so good about doing the heavy lifting. He's so absolutely amazing about doing the heavy lifting, because I get into that place where I begin to experience his presence. I'm not talking like, pictures falling off the wall and, lifting up, vibrating full of electricity. Although I want all of these experiences, there's something about just a whisper that enters the room and I know he's there with me, and it's enough for me to overcome whatever it is, the anxiety, the worry, the weights of leadership, the pressures of marriage, being a good grandpa, being a good dad. And so, like, oh yeah, have discipline, self-control, and character. More importantly, get a song on your heart and get alone and let God know that He's the only God in your life and you want to know Him.